Good morning, Grizzlies. I'm Caleb.
I'm William.
All right, Grizzlies, let's jump into some world news. NASA has recently released some new and improved pictures of a black hole. This means NASA has the proper equipment and crew to see things beyond what we were able to before, and at a higher quality. Next in world news, on Tuesday, October 1st, we had our vice presidential debate. Both candidates had great things to say as each side tried to prove why they are the best candidate. After the debate, people were saying that this was a, and I quote, normal debate. Now, all that's left to do is wait until November. Lastly, war in the Middle East is still raging. Israel is expanding their invasion of Lebanon, and some sources are saying that Hezbollah commander is dead as of this morning. Israel is still launching missiles and rockets at Lebanon, with more than 100 missiles being fired. That's all for the local world news. Now over to local.
In Yamhill County election news, the seat of commissioner has been put up to a runoff. For those who don't know, a runoff is an extra voting session or contest which is held in order to decide whether the winner of an election or competition, because no one has yet clearly won. The two candidates are Newburgh dairy farmer David Bubba King and Lindsay Bershauer. And before the runoff, Bubba had the most votes, but because it was not a large enough margin, the election had to be postponed. Now to Henry with the polls.
That's perfect. All right. Hey, Grizzlies. Welcome back to the big board. We're going to talk about the election a little bit. We're going to give you a quick rundown on the state of the race. We are a short 28 days away. That's less than a month until Election Day. So if you're a senior and you're 18 and you can vote, do vote, please. It's a good part of civic engagement. I encourage you to vote. I don't care who you vote for, just vote. All right, we're going to make a quick pit stop in Pennsylvania. Both candidates have invested around $100 million. I think we're reaching that mark now, which is a lot of money, more money than has really ever been spent in an individual state before. But Pennsylvania really matters. It's probably the most important state of this entire election, so it makes sense. Tons of money being dumped into Pennsylvania. I'm sure they love it. Colorado, we're going to take a quick pit stop over here. Colorado, I'm going to stay on the screen. Tina Peters, former county commissioner in Colorado. Essentially, what happened was during that 2020 era where all the people were like, no, Joe Biden didn't win. Let's see all the votes. Let's get all this evidence. That was all misinformation, by the way. We're impartial, but that was not true. That was a lie. Joe Biden won the 2020 election. Sorry. But Tina Peters essentially allowed vote denier, a guy named Mike Lindell, the MyPillow guy, actually. If you ever seen the MyPillow commercials, it was that guy. Let him essentially in the back door to see everybody's voting data, which is super illegal. You can't do that because I'm sure as a voter, you would not want your data to be just seen by any old guy, especially a MyPillow guy. I don't want that. You don't want that. So yeah, she's going to jail. 9 years. 9 years for a felony. Lot of time. Okay, and then we're going to look here at the southern states a little bit. In case you didn't know, Hurricane Helene kind of battered all these states, kind of hit everybody. It went way further inland than was previously expected. It's pretty bad situation. I think 100 dead, that's a lot. But I do want to state, for the record, that the Biden administration is doing what they can with what they have. The FEMA relief fund is not a lot. There is not a lot of money allocated to FEMA, and a lot of that is because, if you want to actually, we're going to switch over to another story. The Trump administration did not really leave them with a lot. So if you're reading information online that's saying, Biden's not doing enough, he's not doing anything to help these people in the hurricane, he's trying, they're trying. It really would not be advantageous to not help people in a swing state, especially one as critical as North Carolina. So yeah, they're really doing their job. Please keep that in mind when you're reading information online. Just think about it. Think about it for a second. Check your sources. Don't spread misinformation, especially in a time like this. There's a lot of misinformation flying around. Please check your sources. Don't say stupid things because it'll make you look stupid in the future. Don't say stupid things. All right? All right, well, that's all I've got for the election coverage. Sending it over to Camden with some unfortunate entertainment and sports news.
Thank you, Henry. In light of numerous celebrity deaths, we'd like to dedicate this segment to those who have passed in the past few weeks. In memoriam. Dikembe Mutombo, NBA Hall of Fame Center. Chris Christopherson, singer, songwriter, and actor, best known as a pioneer of the outlaw country movement. Dame Maggie Smith, actress best known for Professor McGonagall and Harry Potter. John Amos, actor best known for James Evans Sr. in Good Times. Ken Page, actor best known for Oogie Boogie in The Nightmare Before Christmas. John Ashton, actor best known for Detective Sergeant John Taggart in Beverly Hills Cop. Benny Golson, bebop and hard bop jazz tenor saxophonist. Pete Rose, MLB legend and manager who sported the iconic nickname Charlie Hustle. And Cissy Houston, award-winning soul singer and mother of Whitney Houston. We remember these talented individuals with great love, and our condolences go out to their families and friends who mourn their passing. Back to the desk.
Thank you, Camden. Well, there's not really a good way to transition to this besides just, remembering what they did and the impact that they had.
Yeah, I'm really gonna miss John Ashton. I really
Yeah.
liked Beverly Hill Cops. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go watch Nightmare Before Christmas just to get
for
that,
sure.
just to watch that Oogie Boogie scene just one more time.
I love that song.
Yep. Well, now send over to Cody with a special interview.
Thank you, Caleb. Today today we got Mrs. Potts, and we're to ask her some questions. So let's get started. First, what made you pick Bye Bye Birdie as the next musical?
I wanted to pick a show that lots of people had heard of, that was going to make us big crowds and a good amount of money for the department. And so I chose a show that I knew was going to have a lot of people in it, and that was one that had a pretty famous movie and that people had potentially heard of or seen before.
Okay, next, what was the first musical that you did here at the high school?
The first musical I directed was Seussical the Musical in 2019, and then we've been doing a musical every year ever since.
Okay, next, what was the musical you think brought the most people to watch?
I think that would probably be Cinderella because it's a show people have heard of.
Yeah.
But I think James the Giant Peach rivaled that for sure because there was so much excitement around it.
Yeah, it was pretty popular that I remember. Next, what was the musical that cost the most money to make, you think?
I think James the Giant Peach cost the most. We had a giant peach that had to rotate around on stage. But I think Bye Bye Birdie will definitely be the most expensive show that I've ever done out here.
Okay, and next, when is Bye Bye Birdie that place so everyone can go and see it?
We open November 15th, so we have a show the 15th and 16th at 7, and then the 21st and 22nd at 7 p.m., and the 23rd at 2 p.m.
Okay, that's all the questions for that. Thanks for coming to be an interviewer. Back to the desk.
Thank you, Cody. Well, this has been Barrack Club Broadcast. I've been Caleb.
I've been William.